Well, good morning, our beloveds. Today is just another day. Nothing special, nothing momentous is occurring today other than that many lives are currently being destroyed. A few lives are being enamored. There is still much destruction in the world coming from many different sources. We have spoken about this. It is nothing new, and yet it is. Where do you see yourselves fitting into this new imprint? As the symbolic structure of government begins to erode, what do you think or feel? How do you propose to suffer without them? But seriously, you have become reliant on many outside sources, which is not bad, but it does teach you to lean on others more than yourselves at times. But it also teaches you that there is safety in numbers. And yet, when your numbers were smaller, communities were intact, and you knew and cared for your neighbors, it was more neighborly to show up. Now, with government institutions and community organizations that help the homeless or whatever, you feel less inclined to support because it is now somebody else's job and responsibility. And yet, we are seeing and feeling and noticing how these institutions are failing others. It is very corporate, very organized. There is an efficiency that is presumed. But with efficiency, you may lose heart, connection, capacity, collaboration. It is about being busy worker bees without love. And yet, when you have a worker bee who is harmed by having fallen into the honey, for example, the other honeybees come out and cleanse that honeybee, clean them in a hope of saving and restoring one of their community members. You all have lost that connection for the most part. Let them die. Useless eaters. I don't want to pay to keep you alive. There are many of you who view those who are disabled or unable to work for whatever reason as lazy, not worthy of being alive, because your tax dollars or your giving is used to sustain them when you have to work really hard. It seems unfair. But on the flip side, it's a sense of insurance. When you fall on hard times, you will know that there is a safety net for you to keep you alive. Ask anyone who is disabled, seriously disabled, not just somebody who has a scratch, but somebody whose entire life has been so dramatically impacted. Ask them, would you prefer to be in your state now or have an opportunity to go back to parts of the life that you had before you became disabled? The majority want to go back there, not all. Some prefer the solitude and the simplicity that life has offered them, and that is also a gift. But it's not that they are useless or lazy or forcing you to work harder. This is what it is to be part of a collective, where you all care about your own survival, but also the survival of others. It matters because if you believe in the premise that you are all one, then that person is a part of you and you are a part of them. You are part of the collective body of humanity, and you may be the toe and they may be the pinky, but they are still part of the same collective, energetic imprint. And if you lose the pinky, you lose the function of the pinky. And it is important to remember the life-sustaining opportunities that you are being given by being able-bodied, capable of working, finding employment, having the privilege of being in a community where this is available, having the resiliency to get up and go again. Not everybody has that. Not everybody was modeled that. Not everybody is capable of that. Be kind to one another. Learn to love one another from a heart space where you will dedicate 2 to 3 hours a week to sustaining somebody else's life. Figure out what it is to give again, and not to an organization, but one-on-one. Mentor somebody, help somebody, cook for somebody, clean for somebody. Become part of your community again and make somebody else smile and have hope in the future, because you are the agent of change that they hope to see. Ideally, they will become that agent of change themselves one day. But if they can't, then you know that you have done your part and made the world a better place, but within a capacity of what felt good. Giving money is easy. Giving your time, your effort, your love, your commitment, and your structure matters more than you realize right now. Become a part of the army of change, of revolution, by simply being love and offering those around you a safety net that the government is not capable of doing, unwilling to do, or will no longer exist to do. Find your place in the threads, in the network of the safety net. There are many strands that are required. Find your location and weave yourself in by being part of that community. And so it is. Namaste.